I know we've obviously discussed this in the past, that international rails won't be coming back to Melbourne until hotel quarantine inquiry report comes down.
Yep.
Do you expect that we may see international arrivals by Christmas?
That's certainly our aim. Yes, that's certainly our aim. We need to see the report. We then need to put in place arrangements that everybody can have confidence in, and I think National Cabinet later this morning will be talking about some of those issues. There's going to be, well, we know there are a significant number of Aussies who are overseas and want to be home by Christmas, and I'd very much like to have them flying direct into Melbourne, those that need to come to our state, flying direct.
And just to confirm, should the reporting date be pushed back, the international rails still obviously won't occur until that report comes in?
That is correct.
And
I have no sense that that's going to happen. I have no sense that they're going to take longer. They may. I just don't think it's appropriate that we have flights landing before we've had a report into that very program.
Premier, are you aware if any Victorians are on these flights coming out of London and Dubai? And like, are you aware, is the government helping get Victorians back from Darwin once they've finished their quarantine?
I'm not aware of any I'm not aware of that, but I can try and chase it up for you. Obviously, there's quarantine arrangements that have been in place for quite some time now, where people go and do their quarantine elsewhere and then travel to Victoria.
And looking to Sunday, is there a potential to shift the boundaries a little bit in terms of what's classified as regional, like what you've done in Little River with, say, the Mornington Peninsula and, say, Cardinia Shire?
Yeah, I think it's very important to acknowledge that the Little River Township is what is, until last night's change, essentially cut in two by that boundary. The community is on both sides of that metro regional boundary. That is not the same as the Mornington Peninsula. That is not the same as a number of other communities in Cardinia Shire. On Sunday, I'll have more to say about those arrangements. 25 Ks, regional metro border, all of those issues are being looked at very, very closely, and we'll have those different restrictions in place only for so long as they serve a public health benefit and help us to keep the numbers low so that we can keep opening up. All of those matters will be things that I'll talk about on Sunday.
And with the new case at the school, that's no known connection to the other case notified yesterday, are you concerned about further easing restrictions on Sunday, given the fact that this virus could be in so many invisible places still?
Well, what we know is that there will be more virus out there than what we can ever detect on any given day, and that's the product of a few different things. One, not everybody gets tested, even though they've got symptoms. Not everybody gets tested as fast as they should, so they will move around the community or even in their own household for 2-3 days, sometimes longer even, and that can be the most infectious period. So short of testing everybody every day, there's always going to be some of this virus bubbling out there. That's why we're not trying to get it down to zero forever, because we would be closed for a much longer period of time if we try to achieve that. What we do know is that there will be outbreaks, there will be cases. The really difficult judgments that will have to be made based on a rigorous analysis of today's data and all this week's data, plus data that we'll receive tomorrow, so the case numbers and all these interviews and all the other work that we do, the results of the asymptomatic testing that's going on at the school today and probably into the evening tonight, all of those things will be weighed up, and then we'll make a judgment Saturday night about what's possible to be announced on Sunday. And I just again make the point, it won't be that a whole range of restrictions come off from Sunday arvo. It's going to be a lead-in. There'll be a couple of days, I think, for people to get ready for that. So we do have a few more days of data to come through before those changes would actually happen, but we're confident in where things are at the moment. But it is highly variable, it does move fast, it does move silently, and I can't with any certainty predict what the numbers will be tomorrow. But the strategy is working, the trend is with us, the numbers are falling, and that is a very good thing.